Now we have to get the clean ring back on. For spooky. For spooky for you. So we have a crescent to use now. We should be able to just hop right down off the. Oh yeah, and as soon as you trigger the cutscene with the specter there, he will automatically have those the shadows spawned in when you arrive. Kind of annoying. In a way that helped because in soul form we detect it even further away than we would normally. See if we can hit him with that. That worked. Don't get a drop that way, but... Oh! That was some PvP stuff going on there, hitting me during the roll. Ouch. Guess this is more like Dark Souls 1. Oh, hey, cattle. I can turn human again. I have plenty of stones, and I think I'm just going to skip the Spellblade stuff for those skeletons and just hit them with flame toss. It is not worth the risk of it. I don't have a shield to fight them with. Okay. Zeus mentioned, you know how different the Dark Souls 2 release was in between the demo and the full release. I didn't play the network testing stuff, but I'm familiar with it. Yeah, the big thing I remember is the graphics being worse, and is the graphics being worse, and the lighting engine, changed quite a bit. So we should do that too. Yeah, 2 hits will do. Oh, if we get those 2 hits. Oh, never mind. Well, I will come back when I have because we don't need to go for any further in this level anyway. I will come back when I have a spear or something suitable to dealing with those guys, and not worry about trying to use it with the katana. The moment is past, Cattle said. Aw. Well, we didn't actually get a chunk of Bladestone there, so the Flamberge is still out. That being said, I think the Uchigatana will still do the job against the Maneaters. Yeah, that's pretty good base damage. How much? Or what are we looking at with two-handing it? So the 185. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. So we're going to want
better than having you.
We're going to want warding and well. That's a tough one. Warding is much better reducing the damage, but we want to have Soul Ray for the Mind Flayers and some backup damage against them. Enchant Weapon to get it to make us do the extra damage that we need for the whole Spellblade thing. And yeah. Oh, that being said, let's try it with warding and Soul Ray first, and then the Epee Rapier.
Be careful.
Because if I remember right, the Maneaters are somewhat vulnerable to fire. Okay. So we deposit the stuff we don't need. Some chunks of Dark Moonstone. So if I do, whenever I decide to make an actual weapon, Dark Moon, maybe the Kilij instead of the Falchion, I can now make some progress on that. And we didn't grab anything new there. Okay. Oh, we don't need 2 Master Rings. What am I doing?
Hello.
I don't even need 1, really. We're not using axes, but...
You have a...
Yeah, yeah. Actually, we had somebody mention that last time, Vex, that you can just snipe the man-eaters through the fog, but we will not. I mean, that would be a little blatant, you know. Oh, I forgot to grab the epee rapier. But we'll try it with. Well, actually, I don't think we can try it with the. No, I can use some turpentine on the Uchi. Yeah, yeah. We will try that. Try that first, and then I'd maybe hold off on the epee rapier until we get some colorless demon souls for it. Yeah, I don't know if that would. Yeah, and I agree with Zeus there. If they can make like a hybrid of Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2 would be perfect. I mean, Dark Souls 2, I don't like it as much as the other two Souls games, but it did bring a lot of good things to the table. I like the variety in weapons. I like some of the stuff they introduced to it. Yeah, should I get the thief ring back on? Nah, that'll be fine. All right, I'm kind of wondering to see how well this is gonna work. All right, that's cool. Oh, freaking corpse physics. That was hilarious, though. And actually, I think the colorless souls will be my one exception to the only duping things I could farm rule. Because yeah, there's only 10 of them in the entire game, and it's something like 10 or 15 weapons you could apply them to, and armor too. Well, not armor. You don't upgrade it. Shields, I should have meant. And yeah, it's just ridiculous. And a lot of them are only viable late game if you do have them at the full +5. So yeah. Is it close? This time. The body. There we go. One, two. Okay. As he played, they're always going to drop a something. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, the better connectivity, the soul vessels to respec. Yeah, I've run into that one too with Dark Souls 1, not being able to respec. Interesting, yeah. As Zeus was saying, he loves Dark Souls 1, but he can't feel like going back with the quality of life stuff in 2. Of course, Pyre feels the opposite. I don't know if I've mentioned it on the stream, but I have talked to some of my friends about this, and that's kind of where I ended up with Final Fantasy 1. With the it's like, after playing Dawn of Souls and all the bug fixes and stuff they did, and Final Fantasy 1 used to be one of my favorite games. It's basically D&D in JRPG form. Love it. The variety of the classes and the combos and all that fun stuff. The problem is that it's buggy as heck. There are a lot of things that's completely broken with it. And so Dawn of Souls comes out and they fix the bugs. And okay, so I'm gonna turn around. And they fix the bugs. And the game is too imbalanced. It's too easy. That's gonna take 3, isn't it? Yeah. Gotcha. A fresh spice that time. Ah, well. Yeah, I think I mentioned before in Pure Black Tendency, there are 2 Mind Flayer guards there. That is rough. Okay. But yeah, that's my problem with it. It's like I haven't gone back to the original game, since then, and it's all because of that. Okay. All right, we have the Chris for if I need to blast. We've got warding. We've got that. All right, and then I'm gonna need some turpentine to go with this stuff. I have 3 doses, 3 fights basically. I want to kill the first one as quickly as I can. And that means I may actually save the turpentine for when he's about halfway down to try to kill him as quickly as possible. See how much damage Uchi does on its own. Well, I need to hit him first. That's not bad. And warding is eating up this damage. Gotta love that. He has that Moonlight Butterfly attack. Yeah, warding's about to wear off. Yep. Oh wow! At least he timed that charge, such that he didn't hit me while I was on the ground. Okay. Missed on that one. Oh. Oh, I don't have enough MP for that. But the other Maneaters do any minute now. Yep, there we go. Okay. This part gets really hard. I probably should have had something stronger than... Half Moon for that. The only thing you can really do if you're having to fight both of them is get up to the center part, get them kind of like one of them flying around, unable to hit you. Oh, perfect. Oh, not so perfect. Oh, darn it. Okay, so I need to use the turpentine sooner and switch to Old Spice. I think that'll probably work. Oh, there's a thought. Yeah, Cattle mentioned I could drop the Soul Sign and get some practice, helping him with the Maneaters. That is a great plan. Let's do that. Right at the Archstone man, or at the fog door. What about Old Spice paid for the product placement? I like that. Yeah, but thanks for reminding me. We want Old Spice, and we're going to want... I think we're going to have to stick with half for now, and then I will dupe a couple Late Moon when we get back to base, because I can buy those from... Blige. Keep going, he's fighting now, okay. Sounds good. I think it will top off with some fresh spice after using the Soul Ray on the Mind Flayers. And of course, and one of the risks here is that if you have a bunch of Stones of Ephemeral Eyes, you can turn human and fight them, and that gives you a little bit more HP and an extra ring slot, which can be immense. Part of the issue we're having is having to have one ring dedicated to. I think what the problem there is that sometimes the corpse animation on the centipede guys, sometimes it's a physical object and sometimes it's not. So I will just have to be more careful getting past them. Yeah, Vex did mention you do less damage in human form. I never noticed on physical damage. But since the damage that spells do is very consistent, yeah, I noticed that you do about 5 to 10% more, I would say, in soul form, and I thought that was unique to magic only, but I think it is. I think it is all of the above. Okay, there we go. One, two, three. Alright. Let's get Soul Ray ready for this. Oh, and if I actually switch to the Chris, that'll make that do more damage. So that should probably kill the Mind Flayer in 2, rather than 3. Okay. Yeah, and that's a trade-off, the survivability and really the thing is though is that if you're using the Cling Ring instead of getting a better damage dealing ring like the clever rat ring if you're going that way, or the magical sharpness, something like that. You may end up still be behind. All right. Wait for a turnaround. Another thing too about being in soul form is that if you get your character tendency to pure white, you can get the monumental to give you a ring that increases your damage even more as your blue phantom. Oh, he spotted us. That's not good. Okay. And then we lost him. Excellent. Oh, even with the Chris, it's still going to take 3. Okay. And more fresh spice. That's fine. I'll use the fresh spice to top off. Oh, Cattle beat him. Good job. You mentioned you were using the brushwood armor cattle. Did you go full on heavy for that fight, or did you? What was your game plan? Regenerator tank. Yeah. That is pretty strong. Okay, 1 fresh spice to top off here. We'll use warding and then some turpentine. One big problem with the Maneater is just how much of it comes down to luck. Basically, the more time he spends flying around, the harder the fight gets. Because every second he's out there that you can't hurt him is a time that the other Maneater. Oh, perfect. It's time that the other Maneater is waiting to arrive. Oh. Okay, I think it's my cue. Oh, jeez. Ah, darn it. So I have 1 turpentine left. The other problem is the Uchi just is a little too slow for that plan to buff up with a weapon. Yeah, I think I mentioned I tried using the baby's nail one time to plague him, and I duped some colorless souls and upgraded it to +5, and it had never ever kicked in. Like I hit him like 30 times. So I think that definitely confirms it's on some random chance, and the Maneaters are theoretically vulnerable to plague, according to the wiki and everything, but in practical purposes, it's not ever going to work. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Still no spiral rapier. Kill it, as she kept saying. Yeah, if the turpentine strategy fails the 3rd time, I will just go back to base and dupe some sharpstone, and let's take the Khalij on this mission. Maneaters, they're just such a hard fight. It's like a lot of people say they're not that bad once you get the timing down. And if you have a really strong weapon, like if you do Latria last, and you come in with some crazy high-end weapons, no, the Maneaters actually aren't that terrible. But for where you're supposed to be fighting them in the game, and the fact that the old one of the next one has one of the best sorceries in the game, yeah, you really want to do this ASAP as a Spellblade, and it's a really really difficult fight. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Speaking of the colorless souls, I'm also going to have to use a bunch on the Chris as well. So yeah, there's just way too many things that need upgrades that there's a finite number of. And yeah, if you dupe for no other purpose, dupe colorless demon souls, because seriously, that is just ridiculous how rare those are. Snake Eater. Okay. All right. So let's. Yeah, we got to stick with the half moon for now. We've got a turpentine with gold spice. We will use a fresh spice to top off. At least we're running a profit on those, courtesy of the mind flayers. I think I will just zap him with a soul ray right at the bat. And then use a warding. Oh, wrong weapon. Also the fact that I think the Uchi Katana uses up a ton more stamina than you're used to. Oh, this is perfect. So half moon. Let's get ready with that turpentine. Oh. Alright, recast warding. There we are. Oh, how did that not hit him? Okay, I'm waiting for the other one to pop in any minute now. Oh. You know, no point in risking it. Oh. Well, this guy is... Oh, that was a wrong Maneater. Uh-oh. Well, then. Yeah, it's true. I need to be not quite so close to the brazier so that they... think... Darn it. Well, let's head over this way. Perfect. Luckily, I could tell. Luckily, the one that insisted on constantly buffing himself was the one I had to deal with. Okay, this should be much better now. Good time to heal up. Alright, where are you? There we are. Oh, there we are. Oh. How did that miss? Good grief. There we go. Man, he made me work with those last two soul rays, huh? Good grief. Whew. Remember that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. I should play Darkest Dungeon sometime, I should. Okay, with that boss killed, that should also take Latria to pure white. So let's grab this first. And return to the Nexus and get a level up or two. Hurrah for victory! Yes, thank you, Cattle. Yeah, they're talking about the difference between Maneaters and Gargoyles. And yeah, I think if the if the second one only ever appeared on when you got the first Maneater down far enough, it wouldn't be so bad. But the fact that, yeah, like that time it was just dumb luck that he kept trying to use the buff up ability, and instead of just flying around all the time, because if they just constantly fly around and I don't have a good spell to hit them with, like Fleck Fireball doesn't do enough damage to be worth the effort. Yeah, just the other one comes in and then you're just screwed. I am 37, Cattle, about to be 39, I believe.
Thou seekest then touch. Soul of the mind, key to life's ether.
Now, still not quite enough to.
Withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength.
Nope, still not enough int for to get my fourth attunement spell. That kind of sucks. Okay, we're using the Killage next. And well, see, Vex, what kind of upgrade path do you think we should do for the Killage? You wanted it would like a sharp, regular. I definitely need to start getting some more decks as soon as I get my next point of int. And let's dupe some late moon grass as well. Where is it? There we go.
And with your soul,
So buy, select, do
Sahara,
that, and do it with, yeah, late moon.
You have a heart of gold.
I definitely prefer the Estus system. That is for darn sure. All right, let's do 15.
You have a
Whatever path of Falchon isn't, so Moonlight. That is a good idea. How are we looking on Moonlight? Dragonstone, Mercury Stone, Spider, Moonlight. Okay, we have shards and we can buy them. We don't have very many chunks. I don't think we can farm chunks yet. I don't know if we can ever, come to think of it. But yeah, let's go ahead and dupe some shards of Moonlight.
hello.
Take Moonlight Stone. Yeah, I know that the once royal mistress sells those. Yep.
Sahara,
Deposit.
You have a heart of gold.
You cannot only off lizards. Okay, so we'll have to hope you get lucky with lizards to finish upgrading it.
I'm keeping it.
Yeah, I think the pure Moonlight Stone is the only one I'm missing on the trophies for this game. So that would work out great if I could get that. Okay, we got to take that to Ed. You know, and come to think of it, for Moonlight, don't you have to have like a +6 base weapon? Yeah, we'll find out there, but so I mean, eat a couple souls. Oh, plus I need to give him the red hot soul anyway. Yeah, so this works out nicely. Maybe. Yeah, I believe that's how that works. Oh, hello. Thief ring. Just want to lock on. Yeah, there we go. And no mercy. Ah, large is always good. Hardstone is a lot less useful. It's mostly for upgrading shields and stuff like that. Alright.
If it be a black,
Show him some coin.
I'm busy forging weapons. Wars are
As the whole transmogrified sprites thing too is kind of interesting. You think ore would just be stone or metal, you know, like it is, but apparently it has to have souls in it too.
the soul of a demon. I told you that each ore has a grade. Mighty weapons can only
Pure ore.
Pure ore shines in utter brilliance. A spirit force that delights.
There's a moon short sword in the Maneater arena. But it's not upgraded, so I think it's fine to just make the Killage moon. That being said, I will go ahead and pick that up because Killage should be better than a short sword anyway. You say that, but on the level 1 run I was doing, the +5 dragon short sword was my bread and butter. Of course, I didn't have any other choices, so okay. I'm gonna need a lot of souls for this. Okay. Also, think I have to talk to him once. There we go. Yeah, I have to talk to him once, back out, and then get him to acknowledge
Red
that.
hot demon soul. Now you can bless your weapon with another demon soul.
Yeah, dragon weapons are OP in your first cycle. Yeah, absolutely. Then after that, because of split damage, they're worthless. That's Dark Souls for you.
Wise choice. You've done well to put your trust in a great.
It's also kind of interesting too that by Dark Souls 2, you can infuse any weapon with any property, whereas in Demon Souls, there's certain groups of weapons. Like I think Moonlight only works for slashing and spears and stuff. I could think of it. I'm not even sure the Killage can be made. In Moonlight, but we will find out. And since I checked, and the dragon souls cannot actually be used for anything, so we'll use it to. It isn't quite like using the life essence of a dragon to make your weapon stronger. That's definitely do that. Okay, Killage. So 1. We're gonna need more Sharpstone, huh? Okay, so 3 lets us do Tearing, Quality, and Mercury. What is tearing? Oh, it increases the bleed modifier. Interesting. Okay. 5, 6. Okay, we can make it Moonlight. All right. And that's quite a bit of damage. How many chunks is it going to take? Ah, very cool. How much of a jump are we going to get from this? 103, 129. Ooh, yeah, that's... Scaling doesn't go up much, but that's a lot of damage. Okay. Well, let's hope we get lucky with more chunks of Moonlight.
Well done.
We also might want to think about what if any boss weapons we're going to be using. So now that we have the red, now that Ed has the demon soul. Cattle, the female merchant in World 5 sells talismans. And yeah, if you started with one, there's one in 4-1 as well. It's near the castle wall. I don't remember which side, but it's near it. Alright, so we got the Maneaters. We have 2 worlds in pure white. I think that means let's go back in... Well, let's die in World 4. Keep that train going. You are welcome. And after I do this cattle, do you want to show off the invasion mechanic in 3.3 or 3.4? I guess it would be. Oh yeah, I have the thief ring on, so I have to get pretty close to him. Oh, womp. There we go. See, it feels like I always start bleeding on the 5th or 6th hit, so it makes it feel like there is some kind of invisible gauge going on, but then everybody else keeps saying that, you know, it's just a probability thing. Sure do. All right, that'll be fun. I think we'll have you invade me, so it won't count against. Go get Catalyst, make the boss fight even more annoying. Hey, that's that. All in good fun. Because yeah, if I successfully killed you, not that I might, you know, hard to say, but if I did successfully kill you, then we wouldn't be able to. That would make it harder to get through, get the character tendency going.
Well, I remember you. I'm glad I found you.
Really nice trinkets.
Well, we've been long acquainted, so...
Very long acquainted. It's not like we just met him today. But he sells full moon. Okay. We can now dupe those. And other than that, he doesn't help us that much. Okay.
Well...
Alright. Oh, and I need to be human. Yeah, I think I will... Actually, you don't need to be human for the special event in World 3, do you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't. That being said, I think I'll turn human regardless. Just to be on the safe side. Okay, Thief Ring and Cling Ring to combo those tough to beat, and let's just get to that part about halfway through the level where we can show off the Lord Riddell event. Or Riddell, I think is how he ended up pronouncing it. You're gonna fight? Let somebody fought here. Oh, is it because... Oh, there we go. Yeah, I bet it's because of the Thief Ring. Let's just have... No, we want that. Yeah, we definitely want that. Oh, geez, that's some crazy damage. Oh, nice knowing you, Centipede Man. Okay, Vex, I think I owe you one for recommending the Moon and Kilish combo. That is pretty beastly damage. You don't have to be human for any roll tendency event. Well, no. The thing is that the special event in 3.3 with the old monk, that's an invasion. So I wasn't sure if the human part would trigger if I wasn't human, because you normally have to be human to be invaded. But then I think that's an exception because an enemy gets summoned to fight you regardless. I actually got him. Very nice. I think it is this way. Yeah, it's at the top of the tower, I believe. Is that the same one that attacked earlier? No, it's not. They're separate. Okay. You don't want to fight me? I'm not going to fight you. Alright. Well, I'm definitely going to use a Archstone, or a Shard of Archstone to get back after this. That puts you right in the beginning of the level. It's also fun to be able to just, when an enemy drops down like that, to be able to mash attack and kill them anyway. Whereas in Dark Souls 2, your weapon will just ping off the walls if you try that. Oh, Ridiel is Estrava's uncle. You know, I probably should have known that. I think everybody... Or did I know that? I may not have. Interesting. Okay, just go skip him. There's no good way to fight him. Oh, looks like he doesn't want to be skipped, though. Alright. Oh, whew, huh. Almost walk right off the edge there. You remember what I said about floaty mechanics for jumping and rolling and stuff in Demon Souls? Yeah, that almost got me. Anyway, all that did, going into White World Tendency here, was create a plank across that lets us go all the way up. So I think the Painted World was kind of based on this. And more stairs. Just waiting for a gargoyle to show up. Alright. Another key. Also gives you a nice view of the stage, too. A gorgeous view ahead. Oh, that also reminds me that, yeah, now that I killed the Maneaters, there should be a new guest in a new guest back home. I'm trying to think of what the criteria are for him doing his thing. Let's see, I think it was up here. It's Maiden. Was it over here? Oh, there's the followers of Umbasa. Oh yeah, here we are. Yeah, the after you get back from freeing Yurt and killing the Maneaters, the game places two corpses of NPCs around the Nexus. And the problem is that this continues, including people we might actually start caring about, including people he has no business being able to kill.
I am indebted to you for your help.
But first, let's talk to him.
Latria. Without it, I would not have made it back to the Nexus. Now I can go on with my work, and for that, I must thank you.
Yeah, there's no bait and switch swerve here.
What is it? I have no business.
He is exactly as evil as he sounds.
Life is hardly as precious as one might think.
I remember the Skyrim quest, in Windhelm. Always a shame someone has to die.
Life is hard.
Anyway.
Well, what have we here? Do you wish to die so soon?
Oh, he's a little fast on the draw with that Chotel. Figured I was going to finish him off with the soul arts.
Mephistopheles was right.
Oh, and it works for Mephistopheles. Let's not leave that part out. Anyway, that is the end of Yurt and his machinations to kill off basically every NPC in the Nexus. If you're doing like a pure evil run, I've done it once. You can join in, but yeah, Anyway, Latria one more time to go free Ridiel. Hello, I never considered killing him in the Nexus. Yeah, you might as well. If you murder him right there on the platform, you don't get the 2 soul items from the NPCs it spawns in. Plus, it's a little bit easier fight. You're not going to risk rolling off the platform.